MGM Northfield Park presents The Rizzo Show. And now, your host, Tony Rizzo.
All back in Grandma's one last time. Hey now, good to be alive. Hi, everyone. Welcome to The Rizzo Show. Boy, a little cool this morning. A perfect morning, though, for the Fox 8 Foxtrot. Hope everybody had fun doing that. This weather feels like football weather, kids. Browns fans, the Browns defense is for real. And they say defense wins championships. You got to like what you saw on Friday night against the Buccaneers. The D-line was just amazing. Myles Garrett played a series or two. He looked great. How about Sheldon Richardson, Olivier Vernon? I mean, Larry Ogunjobi? That, folks, hello. I know everybody's fixated on the offense, but the Browns defense could be really good this year. They're playing really well. There's nothing against Greg Williams, last year's D coordinator and eventually head coach. But I like the way Steve Wilks does it. I think he's going to be a nice addition for the Browns. Remember, he was the coach in Phoenix last year, and they didn't go very far. He got fired, but we made out from that because the players say they absolutely love his defense. Now, as you know, no one is going to play this week in the final Thursday night or whatever, but the Browns will have a bunch of position jobs up for grab. While the defense was in midseason form, are you a little worried about the Browns' offense? Head coach Freddie Kitchens knows the problems on offense needs to get fixed as soon as possible.
We're going to evaluate the tape. We're going to make corrections. It wasn't very good all the way around, you know. So we'll have to see what it says. But I promise you, it gets corrected, one way or the other. It's either, we had people around the quarterback all day too. So it wasn't just one position or one anything. The execution wasn't there, and that's the whole group. And that's not the quarterback. That's not the receivers. That's not the offensive line. It's not the tight ends. We had inopportune penalties. We got down there in the red zone, 1st and goal from the 5, and we end up kicking a field goal from the 15 or whatever that is. That's unacceptable. It's not going to be acceptable, and we'll figure out why it happened. Bad technique, bad execution, bad plays, bad play call. All right, it could be any damn thing.
I like that Freddie is upset because the offense didn't get in the end zone. But I wouldn't overreact, folks. There were a lot of things wrong with the Browns offense for sure. To me, I thought the offensive line did not play well. They weren't really running the ball very well. And as Freddie said, there were people all around the quarterback. That's Baker Mayfield. I think if you watch this, the rough night for the O-line, I would make the excuse for Baker. Okay, let's see. Did Odell play? No. Did Jarvis play? No. Okay. Did Chubb play? No. So he didn't have his weapons around him. But still, that O-line looked pretty pedestrian. And I'll tell you this, before we get all excited about our defensive front, and believe me, I am, boy, Tampa Bay's got really bad offensive line. Now, I like Bruce Arians. He said he wanted to coach the Browns. He didn't get the chance. He's a new coach down there. Man, does he have his work cut out for him in Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston looked absolutely awful. Rough night for Baker, too. But he's not using that as an excuse. He didn't have any of his regular season weapons.
No, I think that excuse has been used enough within our offensive meeting room, and that's something that I'm going to hammer home. Yeah, it's a very easy one to use to say that we don't have Jarvis and Odell out there. But right now we're looking for people to step up. Who's going to be that consistent number 3 and 4? And that's the frustrating part, is we expect people to do their job no matter who it is.
I'm not worried about Baker. I think he's going to bounce back just fine. He won't play, obviously, on Thursday, but he'll be ready on September. Was he wearing a Bigfoot hat for that press conference? Did you see the logo on his hat? I believe he got that at GQ when he was doing his interviews. From the quarterback to the kickers, wait a minute. Did the Browns find me my kicker? Maybe. I'm not ready to crown him yet, but let's face it, Austin Seibert looked good. Look at that 54-yarder. 4 of 4 on his field goals. He got the whole night to kick. And let me say, I'm glad Freddie and Coach Prefer, our special teams coach, finally did this. Because I didn't like the kickers coming back and forth, flip-flopping. It's your turn to kick. It's your turn to kick. Give the guy the night to kick and tell him it's his job for tonight. Look what happened. I think that kid responded. So I guess Greg Joseph's going to get Thursday night. The Browns say they have not made a decision on the kicker just yet. In the conference call yesterday, Freddie Kitchens saying that the job is still open. One other subject that continues to haunt the Browns. Penalties. What the hell's going on out here? Take a look at 3 preseason games, folks. 13 against the Colts. 8 against the Bucs again. I know Freddie's trying to cut down penalties. I know they want their team to be aggressive. Sometimes being aggressive translates into a bunch of penalties. But that's something they've got to get cleaned up. Let me say this about the Browns. I know everybody's asking, what do you think of the Browns? What do you think about? The Browns are a work in progress. You know, the really good teams, the Patriots with Bill Belichick, they're not really the Patriots until the middle of October heading into November. The one thing I loved about the Browns last year was they were playing good football in December. So let's not panic. Schedule's a little tough early on. I think if the Browns go 3-3 in their first 6 games, I would probably be happy with that. But they're still a work in progress. Don't kid yourself at all thinking that they are right now where they need to be at the end of the season. I still have the Browns winning between 9 and 10 games if everybody stays healthy. Now, to other football notes, how many? Could you believe? Could you imagine being a Colts fan and you find out, you wake up, your franchise quarterback Andrew Luck is retiring, folks. He announced his retirement yesterday. He's hanging it up. He said all the injuries have taken away his, quote, love for the game. He's in pain. The kid has been rehabbing for the past 4 years. And he said, mentally, I'm just not into this. It sucked the joy of the game. If you were constantly rehabbing, this kid's rehabbed from injuries for the last 4 years. And here's the other thing that happens. You might see a lot more players do this. Andrew Luck's made $50, $70, $80 million. I mean, how much money do you need? I know a lot of people think he's going to leave $200 more million on the table. But at the end of the day, if you're set for life and your children are set for life, I mean, what are you doing playing football? And I know people got upset. It was an emotional night. Poor guy got booed. He was on the field last night. And as he walked off the field, the news broke he was retiring. People were taking off their jerseys and booing him. You know, it's easy for you to sit out there and try and decide how someone else should live their life. I know they're football fans, and I know they're passionate. Baker, I just don't ever want you to retire. Understand? Colts will now look to Jacoby Brissett, their backup quarterback, who they acquired from New England. It's his job. All right, speaking of quarterbacks, who may be on their way out? Take a close look at this picture, folks. Yeah, that's Eli Manning down there putting on his slacks down to the right, and the quarterback, Daniel Jones of New York. Oh, everybody loves the backup quarterback. Don't we know that here in Cleveland? Look, Daniel Jones has played very well after a lot of people were, including me, that he was drafted as high as he was. But he's faced vanilla defenses, and it is only preseason. Don't get hooked on the preseason, kids. I expect him to play well. I think he's going to be a good quarterback, but I think the Giants will probably start with Eli. By the way, the Browns don't play the Giants or the Colts this season. They do play the Giants next year. Remember Baker's comments? That'll all be drugged up again. We do play the Titans here, though, on September 8th, kid. Coming up. No! Jose, how long is he out? Stay tuned. Hello. Hello. Welcome back, everyone, to the Rizzo Show. Tribe fans, how you feeling? I know. The division race is going to come down to the last game. You know it, and I know it. Tribe in Detroit for a 3-game series starting Tuesday, but they will not have third baseman Jose Ramirez with them. Jose is suffering from right wrist discomfort. He is on the 10-day injured list. He's had a great second half after having a terrible first half. It's a big blow to the Indians' offense. Just when it looked like Franmil Reyes was coming around a little bit, Jose's got his home runs up to 20. I would maybe think of a slight hairline fracture or chip. The Indians didn't say that. The Indians have recalled Yu Chang from Columbus. They also had Freeman play there this weekend. Boy, that's a big blow for the Tribe. I love that Jose was coming around. I hope he's only on the DL for a couple weeks. What a year for the Indians. What a terrible year. Kluber, Carrasco, Jose Ramirez. Frankie Lindor started the season, man. Injuries. What an injury bug season. It's amazing that the Indians are where they are after all of these injuries they have suffered this year. All right, before we continue, how awful were the players' uniforms this weekend? Folks, I I know that they like to have fun and the nickname. Look at the Royals. That dude looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. The black isn't any better either. I mean, everybody, they've been panned by baseball fans. I love baseball, and I love when they try and switch things up. But, folks, those uniforms are absolutely awful. Put them away and never bring them out again. All right, Cookie Carrasco. Could the Indians get Cookie back in September? I think they might. In fact, he's scheduled to join the bullpen on September 1st in Tampa. What an emotional lift it'll be for him and his team. Remember, we thought Kluber was going to come back. He's had a setback. Folks, I don't think Corey Kluber's coming back at all. But I think you could see Carrasco pitch out of the bullpen if the Indians could go to the playoffs. And how great would that be? You see there, he's getting a standing ovation as he is fighting a treatable form of cancer. And I think the Indians are going to need some bullpen help in September. Boy, Carrasco, what a fantastic story. Thoughts and prayers, Cookie, to you and your family. From baseball to the other round ball, and who says golf isn't dangerous? Did you see the lightning strike at the Tour Championship yesterday in Atlanta? Watch this. The strike happened near the fan zone on the 16th tee. 16 people injured, but they were all, 6 people injured. Well, there might have been 16 injured. People that had to change their pants after that lightning strike. But everybody was alert and conscious and breathing. But what a horrible scene. You got to get people off the golf course. I remember I used to play golf in the snow and rain when I was a kid. No more, man. You guys see lightning and thunder? Get the heck off the golf course. All right, so who wants a touchdown ring? You know what I'm talking about. You watched the Canes and Gators last night. The Hurricanes were known for their turnover chain. Now this year, it's touchdown rings. Okay, I'm going to say this, and I guess the ring, green sapphires and 100 grams, and those are big. That's great. You know what a doofus you look like when you're holding up your ring? You lost, bro. You're showing jewelry off during a game. I know it gets the kids excited and everything, but it's not cool if you don't win. The Gators beat the Canes. When are the Canes going to win a big game again? You know, I was a Bernie fan, so I'm kind of a little U fan. By the way, our producer, Kate, went to you. That's why that story is in there. Finally, I want to wish the best before we head to break. Shout out Cavs owner Dan Gilbert. He is finally back home after recovering from a stroke that he had back in May. He spent a month in the hospital before heading to a rehab center in Chicago, and thank God he is finally home in Detroit. You know, Dan, I consider him a friend. He's a really great guy. And don't you worry about Dan Gilbert. It might take him a little while, but he is going to be back. Certainly thoughts and prayers going out to our Cavs owner and his family. Cavaliers, by the way, will be in there. Beautiful. Have you seen it? Ooh. The new, let's see, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. You can see it in October, and I hear it is absolutely spectacular. Coming up, you can hear corn popping. We're heading to one of the coolest places in Northeast Ohio. Stay tuned. Hey now, it is, folks, Grandma's got a cold in here, man. It is freezing in this studio. Don't forget, our brand new studios tomorrow morning. You're going to get your first look. I tried to get our show in there, but, you know, they want to debut it on the news. Wait till you see where we're going to be doing Rizzo Show from a fantastic spot. That studio is gorgeous. Again, we'll debut our new set next week. All right, as Terrell Owens said, get your popcorn ready. If you're looking for a great place to grab a bag or a bucket, you've got to head to Chagrin Falls to a place that's celebrating its 70th year. That's about as old as me. Oh, come on, let's go. Ready for some treats? Ready for some dessert? We're in one of the most beautiful cities in America, Chagrin Falls. And we're at an institution that has been here for decades. They have candy, they have ice cream, but most importantly, they have popcorn. Welcome to the Popcorn Shop. Folks, we are inside the iconic Popcorn Shop. We are with Dewey and George. Now, guys, I got to ask you a couple questions. First of all, George, you said this place has been here how long?
Well, the Popcorn Shop itself has been here for 70 years. The building was 1861.
Okay, now you guys obviously were in here. So how long have you been here doing it?
We've been here about 20 years.
20 years. And this is a passion for you. Explain.
It really is. I mean, you know, this place is the heartbeat of the village. We just trying to perpetuate that, and we feel it all the time. We feel it from the village, and I think they're pretty pleased at what we did. We kind of saved it because it was condemned when we had it.
Right. This is a pretty tight community too, right? Everybody works together here. As the square is always busy with the falls and everything, right?
It is, and just an aside, I grew up about 5 miles out, and in junior high, I used to ride my bike down here to hang out here.
Sure.
But yes, and we draw people that from all over the area, and they are affectionately known as cone lickers.
Cone lickers. Can we say that on the Rizzo Show? Cone lickers. Guys, tell me everything you have. First of all, you make all this popcorn yourself, don't you?
We make it all. It's all proprietary. We make up the recipes, and we got at any one time we have 10 or 12 flavors. Our newest one is sriracha cheese.
Ooh, little bite to it,
Little bite
kick.
to it, but it's on kettle, so the sweet kind of mellows it out a little bit. It's good. We're going to send you home with one.
Perfect. Now, George, you have much more though than just the popcorn, right? You have the old-time candies and ice cream.
Candies, ice cream. We have local donuts and cookies and nuts. We support the local people as best we can with the room that we have.
Yeah, and for you kids out there, before Dairy Queen, this was the only ice cream shop around. I mean, this is a throwback place. There aren't many places like this in the country, are there?
I don't think so, but I've been to a few that are beloved, and but none really around here. We seem to be the oldest in Ohio, anyway.
Some pretty famous people have been here, huh, George?
Yes, well, we've had President Bush. We had CBS broadcaster Jim Nantz. We've had Dennis Kucinich.
Oh,
I had to balance the wall.
Republican, Democrat.
Yeah,
I
Kucinich. Yeah.
Because everybody eats popcorn, right?
That's right.
Yes.
We don't want anybody not to eat popcorn.
That's right.
Guys, thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you for doing Riz on the Road. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Oh, what a fantastic place. I tried their white cheddar, and it was amazing. They also have a hometown brown and orange, which is perfect to watch the Browns games with. And George wanted me to tell all of you, they ship their famous popcorn anywhere in the world. So make sure, maybe for Christmas or a gift like that, what a great Christmas gift that would be for a bunch of people that you know. Another great place to grab a snack. Our favorite place, the MGM Northfield Park. Let's see what's happening.
There's a new show in town, Northeast Ohio, and we brought the spirit of Las Vegas with us. We're giving away 11 gifts in August during our ultimate summer gift giveaway. Visit us on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. to claim each gift. Earn 150 points from 11 a.m. to 6:55 p.m. to receive your gift. Collect each gift set to be eligible for bonus drawings, including Cleveland football jerseys, Kate Spade bags, and KitchenAid artisan mixers. Visit TAP at MGM Northfield Park to experience our new weekend brunch every Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. while watching one of our 78 HD TVs. Don't miss your favorite entertainers performing live at MGM Northfield Park. Tickets available at the box office or Ticketmaster.com. Take a Vegas vacation without leaving the state. MGM Northfield Park. Las Vegas is here.
Oh, don't go anywhere. Don't forget, stay tuned. Our good friends, Big Chuck and Little John, will be up next. Need some Ben Crazy. Well, the Browns wrap up the preseason Thursday night at First Energy against the Lions. And then, by the way, it's a GLC, kids. You know what's next, baby. Is this the longest offseason of your life? It is the longest offseason of my life. 14 days until the Browns home opener against the Titans. You know why? The way the season ended last year with Baker throwing the pick in Baltimore, I'm going to tell you what, I think everybody has been waiting since that moment to play this season. The summer was, and the Indians are great. I can't believe the Indians have done what they've done with all their injuries. But let's face it, the way that season ended last year, we couldn't wait to get back. Again, I want to caution everybody, take it easy early on. Get ready, kids, because the Rizzo Show is on the move. Look at that. That's That's our new studio. We should be there tonight. Those crabby news people. Look at the Rizzo Show. That is a fully functional monitor. We're going to be showing highlights on that monitor of Browns games. We've got the tabletop up front, the brand new Rizzo Show set coming next week. We can't wait. We'll be ready for the Browns opener. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Really enjoyed it. Could somebody build a fire in here? It's a little cold, right? Good to be alive. Good night, everybody. Go try.